Whoa, we back. You know what it is. Live out your dreams. Anyway, I ran across this article because I don't look for it. They just pop up. And I seen Shedeur Sanders is wildly out of touch in evaluating his NFL future. So I wanted to go read it because I think Shedeur is a great quarterback. But maybe I'm wrong, but I'm not. But let's see what this has is. Let's see what this story has to say. Story by John Bueller, and I got his picture in the thumbnail. Okay. Of course, this comes from a Caucasian guy speaking on the black quarterback. So I like to talk about that. I like to see how Caucasian guys speaks on black quarterbacks, if they're gonna be honest, or they have bias, or do they overrate. So we're gonna go all through. But anyway, let's talk about it. If Shedeur sees himself as some combination of Tom Brady and Mike Vick at the quarterback position, then I, as a sports writer, am some combination of Rick Riley, Andy Staples, and Louis Grizzard. We can all dream big, but sometimes you need to keep those big dreams to yourself because no one wants to hear them. Like your fantasy football. This is something just for you. Okay, y'all can interpret that how y'all want to, but anyway. During the interview with Complex, Sanders talked about who he patterned his game after, the second year starting quarterback for Colorado. Not to be humble, he likened himself to the greatest quarterback of all time, as well as the most exciting quarterback to ever play. What are we doing? Here's what the starting quarterback said. I'm a mixture. I'm able to stay in the pocket and want to deliver the ball each and every play like Brady, but able to extend plays if it's not there, take it like Vic. Like his father Dion, he'll probably be a first round pick in 2025. And could have many as 5 first round quarterbacks. Sanders probably QB3 on my board right now, but he has a lot to prove to me ahead of his final season in Boulder. He could be a top 10 pick, but I would be taking Carson of Georgia and Quinn of Texas if I was an NFL manager. You're not an NFL manager, but hey, we all like to play James. Maybe you should keep that to yourself, John. But I get it. Shedeur Sanders sees himself as a much better quarterback than he actually is. You supposed to think you better than what you is. Matter of fact, you supposed to think you the baddest man on earth. To be honest, Shedeur is really good. You know what I'm saying? Look, I don't take much seriously in my professional career, but I do try to get quarterback comps right to me. Sanders is pretty similar to what Cam Ward was at Washington and Incarnate Word before that, now at Miami. From a professional comp, I think Sanders can be a high-end Baker Mayfield and the lower-end Russell Wilson. Okay, my evaluation of Shedeur. Baker Mayfield played at Oklahoma, so you know them Oklahoma quarterbacks. You know they had the system or whatever, but he's taller than Mayfield. He throws a better ball than Mayfield. He's stronger than Mayfield. He can run. I think he's a better quarterback than Mayfield. Now, Russell coming out of college was real good. He went to North Carolina State, then he went to Wisconsin. He made some plays at Wisconsin his last year. I watched him his last year, and he was real good, man. The only game they lost, it wasn't his fault. And I really like Russell Wilson at Wisconsin. And Russell Wilson is a great quarterback. He's a Super Bowl winner. He should have been a 2-time Super Bowl winner. But Russell Wilson is not the same anymore. Ever since he got with Sierra, he's not the same no more. So I don't really expect nothing out of Russell no more. But don't give me a Drew Brees comp ever. Those are worthless. I mean, who is good as Drew Brees? But I can't lie. Shedeur more closer than Drew Brees accuracy-wise than he is to Baker Mayfield. And Shedeur's tall, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want a tall quarterback. That's the prototypical quarterback. No, nobody want a 5'10" quarterback like Russell Wilson and Baker Mayfield or whatever. But those and Drew Brees, Drew Brees dropped because he wasn't a tall quarterback, but Drew Brees was a great quarterback. And it ain't too many. Drew Brees is a better quarterback than Peyton Manning in my book. You know what I'm saying? He beat him in the Super Bowl, so don't even start there. He beat him in the Super Bowl. Peyton threw the pick at the perfect time like he always do. But back to John Bueller. What I'm getting is we cannot say every so-called blue chipper coming out is going to be the hottest thing since sliced bread. he is not going to be the next Peyton Manning. Who is Peyton Manning? Who is going to be the next Peyton Manning? Come on now, let's be honest. Who is going to be the next Peyton Manning? Joe Burrow or Patrick Mahomes? Now, don't get me twisted. I think Shedeur is right up. I think Shedeur right up there with Joe Burrow or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't see them having more talent than he has, or you know what I'm saying. I don't see like Shedeur is very accurate, bro. He's a real quarterback. He's a real quarterback. Only in very rare injury does that feel right. We unfairly compared Lawrence to Manning, but that didn't stop us from saying Caleb would be the next Mahomes in the sport. Y'all didn't even believe in Mahomes when Mahomes came out. You know what I'm saying? So, what I want more than anything for Shedeur is prove his game enough to a point where he becomes a first round lock. He's definitely a first round lock. He'd have been in the first round this year. Come on, man. He'd have been in the first round this year. He'd have been. If more and more winning comes with them both, then that would be powerful. If CU can go something like 8-4, Sanders is one of the most polished passers in Power 4, then I could see somebody convincing themselves he could be the next Brady or Vic. Until then, I want to see noticeable traits from Sanders suggesting he's a franchise quarterback. Okay, good job, Bueller. That was great writing from your perspective. I appreciate what you want to see, but it's not about what you want to see. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what you put on him. Shedeur is his own man. He's built for this. He's the strongest. Like what he went through last year, getting hit every game and getting back up. Shedeur got a lot of heart. Now, what I would like to see Shedeur improve on is not taking a sack all the time. Sometimes he try to keep his numbers up, but it ain't too much you can nitpick on Shedeur. You know what I'm saying? He really him. You know what I'm saying? He's really him. I've been watching him since the first game he stepped at Jackson State, and he was a first round quarterback. He was a first round quarterback his sophomore year at Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? So I think there's always some bias towards the Sanders family, and then there's some bias towards the black quarterbacks or whatever. So I just wanted to point this out with John Bueller. I will be keeping up with him more because he had this to say about Shedeur, and I just wanted to see if his words mean something, like what's that quarterback name? Chris Sims. Chris Sims' word means something. I like Chris Sims. He does a good job at articulating the quarterbacks. Although his words not mean something like, what's dude's name from I forgot the quarterback, the dude that said Lamar should be the last quarterback of his draft or whatever. I forgot his name on ESPN, but I think Shedeur is great. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody Michael Vick. You know what I'm saying? But he just said a mixture between, but like I said, ain't nobody Michael Vick. And Lamar Jackson, ain't nobody Lamar Jackson, but Shedeur gonna be fine in the league. Y'all projecting too much, but he's gonna be all right. He's gonna be great, but he got something to do this year. His main focus this year is try to be the number one pick, to be honest, of what I see. But I'm just gonna keep up with these stories like this, man, because there's always something on the black quarterback and there's always something on Shedeur and the Sanders kids. So until next time, y'all know what to do, man. Live out your dreams.